everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to make a keto and or carnivore crispy sweet snack. It's kind of a trail mix. It could be a granola, but I would rather just eat this by itself. The reason that I wanted to make up this recipe was because my dad got a bunch of the WholesomeYum keto honey, which is great if you love honey, but it's not so great if you can't digest allulose. So he sent this all back to me, and now I want to share it with you. So if you want to comment below or send me a message on Instagram at Carnivore Pastry Chef, I will send you a bottle of this keto honey if you want to pay for shipping and handling through Venmo or PayPal. So for starters, this can be done in just a carnivore way with just chicharrones, or you can do chicharrones and the plethora of nuts that I've got here. So what I picked is a bunch of low oxalate nuts, which I like because who wants more oxalates in their life, right? So to start, we're gonna cut up the chicharrones a little bit so that they become more bite-sized. So in order to do that, we want a serrated knife, because if you have a flat edge knife, it's gonna smash the chicharrones into a powder, and you don't really want that. You just want those crispy bite-sized pieces. So we have about a cup of chicharrones here. So we're gonna cut these up just into maybe 1/2 inch parts or whatever. When I do a recipe with just chicharrones, I do the chicharrones by weight, so it would probably be about 2 ounces total. And then you can use the keto honey. If you don't like honey, you can use Lakanto maple syrup, which I have here, which is also delicious. So we'll keep cutting these up. All right, so this is a recipe that you bake. So you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And it's going to take about 18 to 20 minutes or so. You're going to stir it halfway through. It's going to get that nice crispy golden look to it. And this keeps for at least a week. I did a batch last weekend and it kept in an airtight container and it was still crisp, so that was pretty awesome. All right, looks like we've got all our chicharrones in bite-sized pieces here. Okay, so then to the chicharrones, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of pecan halves. And these are all raw. None of these are toasted or seasoned or anything like that. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of macadamia nuts, a 1/4 cup of pili nuts. These are delicious. They're high in fat and low in carb, also low in oxalates. Really great snack. I found those on Thrive Market, if you guys subscribe to Thrive Market. And I like to do unsweetened coconut. It gives just kind of a sweet, mellow flavor. If you don't like coconut, you can omit it, but I like to add it. And then we'll do an 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon and an 1/8 teaspoon of Redmond real salt to bring out the flavor. And then you can use allulose. This, for me, since I can't digest allulose very well, I like to cut it with the monk fruit blend, which is erythritol and monk fruit from Better Body Foods. So it's pretty sweet. It's got a really good ratio. All right, and then we're gonna add our keto WholesomeYum honey. So I like to put in about 2 tablespoons. And a cool trick is, if you want to get all the honey out of the measuring spoon or the cup that you're measuring it out of, grease it a little bit. You can use avocado oil or beef tallow or whatever you've got on hand. I've got this pre-greased with beef tallow. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of this honey. And we're going to drizzle it over the top. And like I said, you can do this just with chicharrones and it turns out awesome. They're so crispy and delicious. Okay, and then we're gonna add a little beef tallow and toss all that around. Extra flavor, helps everything not stick together. Okay, and we're just gonna stir this up. So if you have a Silpat or a silicone mat, line your cookie sheet with that. If you don't have one of those fancy gadgets, then I highly recommend greasing a piece of parchment paper with that on your cookie sheet instead, because this stuff will stick because it gets pretty sticky. We're gonna mix this really well. If you wanted to add like a half teaspoon of vanilla extract or caramel extract without sugar, make sure you get one without sugar, or they even make delicious maple extract without sugar, you can. But you don't really need to. It's simple, sometimes better. Okay, so once that's all mixed up, we're gonna take our lined cookie sheet and we're gonna spread this out. Kind of in one layer so it can get all crispy and delicious. And then we're gonna stick this in a 350-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. And once it hits about 9 minutes or 10 minutes, you're gonna stop, pull it out, you're gonna stir it, and then you're gonna put it back in and let it finish. All right, so I'm gonna shove this in the oven. And thanks to the magic of television, I've got a batch that's been in for a little while. So it's gonna brown up like this. And like I said, it's been all melty and crispy. It's got some good color on it. So what I like to do as it cools is I like to separate it. I've used chopsticks to do this in the past, but you can use whatever you've got, forks, spatulas, etc. All right. So yeah, this is a great party snack. Kids would love it. If you're just in the mood for something sweet and crispy, this is kind of my go-to. Like I said, if you guys want any of this keto honey, I have 5 to give away. I also have some of her keto coffee syrup. It's the hazelnut flavor. So like I said, if you want, just follow me on Instagram over at Carnivore Pastry Chef, or you can comment below and let me know. Try the recipe, see what you think. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thanks.